What is up, people of the internet? My name is Freelance Amber, and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. This is the season finale of season 8. Yeah, season 8 of Death Battle. And this is gonna be a wild one, or crazy one. It's Saitama from One Punch Man versus Popeye from Thimble Theater. That's what it says in the description. So before we begin, please watch the original episode on either the Rooster Teeth website or the Death Battle YouTube channel before coming to my reaction or anybody else's reactions. Go support the team that's been making these series awesome. So, I know this is late, but when it initially came out, I was spoiled who won. Even though it was evident on who would win this one, I would have liked to watch this blind because some fool spoiled it for me, like how they spoiled Spider-Man No Way Home from me. So I just decided to take like that week off just to get myself together. But yeah, I'm finally getting back into this, and this will be like the end of the year video because I'm not only gonna react to this, but I'm also gonna react to Jaden Animation's recent video where she does a Pokemon Heart Gold / Soul Silver Nuzlocke. So after this, we'll be getting into that one. So, yeah, like I said, those will be the last videos of 2021. Yeah, and so yeah, I got nothing else to say. So yeah, like I said, I was spoiled on who won. If you've been following me on Twitter, you will know who, and I hope you all blocked that person that spoiled it for me. I'll leave a link to the original tweet in the description below on who to block about who spoiled me and who you should block. Just letting you know. But I don't have anything else to say, so let's just get this episode started. Okay. So yeah, like I said. So this is going to be Battle of the Strong Bald Men, because they're both bald, between Saitama versus Popeye. This is, like I said, it's kind of evident on who won this one because of the one person that because of the one advantage that person have. And you'll see what I mean. So without further ado, let's just get this started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty.
Saitama, the One Punch Man.
Popeye, the Sailor Man.
East versus West. Old versus new.
Yep.
Healthy eating versus basic exercise.
These two warriors may seem ridiculous, but their unassuming exteriors belie impossible strength.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh yeah, I forgot the one thing about Popeye. Wasn't there a live-action Popeye movie at one point? Was that just like some sort of weird fever dream that I thought of? Because I don't know. I mean, I know there was a CG animated Popeye, though I don't know if that's a recent thing or an old thing. But anyway, let's just continue.
Life is pain, brutal and short. The challenges we face during our brief sojourn on this tiny blue marble are what make us human. They light a fire in our soul. They make it all worth something. Without them, we are lost.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a little early in the day for an existential crisis, but
Yeah.
luckily I came prepared.
For this failed salaryman, all it took to get that fiery passion back was to save this butt-chin child from a crab monster in underwear. That was a sentence.
This man
That was-
Saitama.
That was a sentence. Why does the kid have like a butt chin anyway? And why does that crab man wearing underwear? Just underwear. One Punch Man was pretty weird. I remember watching this. Was there ever like a second season? I think there was. Whatever.
And he was going to be a superhero.
And so he trained, pushing his body beyond its limits and shattering the boundaries of humanity.
So hard, his friggin' hair fell out.
Saitama's strength grew exponentially day by day, with the goal of becoming the greatest hero who ever lived.
And much to his horror, that's exactly what he got.
Yeah.
All it took was one punch.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's yeah, that I respect the dream becoming a hero, Saitama, but uh that was just that's just hard on him. And I think there's even someone who actually if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's actually someone in real life that actually did the same kind of training Saitama did. Let me know in the comments below if that was true or not.
He became too strong. He became the one, the only, the infamous Kate Baldy.
But anyone who's cool knows him as One Punch Man.
Yeah.
As in, he can't help but beat almost every opponent he's faced in exactly one punch. One friggin' punch. And this is a universe with some pretty whacked out monsters, like a giant who's over a quarter of a kilometer tall and can stomp city-sized craters into the earth.
Or an Esper who can effortlessly pull giant meteors from outer space.
Or a Monster King who shaved off a continent from the Earth's surface and lifted it into the stratosphere.
Bruh!
Saitama's never even broken so much as a sweat fighting any of them.
During their battle, that same Monster King absorbed this huge chunk of the Earth's core and fired it at Saitama,
who blocked it by squirt gunning some lava at it. The lava he was bathing in, naked. And then he punched him. Surprise.
What the
Saitama
hell,
created
man?
After images just by hopping side to side, defeated a martial arts master with his butt, and survived the inhospitable vacuum of space after being kicked all the way to the moon and before jumping back to Earth in about 16 seconds.
Woo!
That's 8% the speed of light.
Kinda like the time he blocked attacks from this alien dude who stated to move near light speed or punch so fast his fist starts to blue shift. You know, that thing that happens when you approach the speed of light?
Saitama utilizes his absurdly superhuman strength and speed
Poor
with techniques
Saitama.
like his devastating normal punch. And if he wants to amp it up, the consecutive normal punches.
Are you kidding me? Those are his attack names? What kind of self-respecting
Serious
anime
punch, size,
protagonist
top,
is he?
squirt gun,
Plain and
table
simple,
flip
he's a
with serious
satire.
in the beginning.
Instead of seeing his journey from the beginning and enjoying his struggle to the top, we join him when he's already there.
Basically,
Yeah.
imagine if Goku went Super Saiyan in his fight against Jackie Chun. Kinda sucks all the drama out of it, doesn't it?
And that's the point. Far from the power fantasy the genre is known for, Saitama's life became an existential nightmare. Without suitable conflict, the struggle that had heretofore defined him became meaningless. His new reality was inescapably boring.
Which is really saying something when he can decimate mountains without even hitting them, or shatter
Yeah, that's saying
asteroids
something
that
because of
rank
his
a
face.
9 on the Torino scale. For those not in the Torino, that's equal to 1 trillion tons of TNT. This guy's training must have been insane.
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run. Do it every single day.
You've got to be shitting me.
It doesn't make sense because it's not allowed to make sense. To be fair though, to someone who isn't already a trained soldier or athlete, keeping that workout routine every day for years is pretty much impossible.
While 100 push-ups and sit-ups are technically doable,
Yeah.
especially if you space them out, doing 100 squats and then running half a marathon every single day would absolutely destroy your legs.
Put simply,
yeah.
effective workouts involve shredding
Talk about not skipping leg day. Bruh.
muscle fibers at the micro level, then allowing them time to repair themselves more durable than before. This repair process requires hydration, consuming protein and carbohydrates, and lots of sleep.
But Saitama's workout schedule doesn't give them time to repair, which means he was basically just ripping himself to shreds over and over and over. After a few days, he shouldn't even have been able to move, but he just kept going.
There might be an explanation. Take the brilliant scientist Dr. Genus, whose half-century of research into evolution Saitama erased in, well, one punch. According to Genus's hypothesis,
Okay.
Saitama's training broke his limiter.
Basically, every living thing on Earth has a limit to their natural abilities.
That's true.
At some point, no matter how badass they are, they'll plateau. Wait a minute. Have I peaked? I gotta go to the gym!
Well, Saitama trained so hard, he literally defied the laws of nature and reality. He just breaks the logic of his world. He crushed the
bitch slap that
entire
thing.
field of evolutionary biology in the palm of his hand.
And while he has stated that his strength did eventually stop growing, it's pretty clear he's never gotten close to showing it off in full.
Such as when he fought the godlike alien conqueror Lord Boros, and finally broke out his serious punch. A blow where he punches a little harder than normal.
And reflected Boros' collapsing star-roaring cannon. Now, you see, that's an
What?
attack name. An energy blast that was going to blow up the friggin' planet. That's over 50 zetatons of TNT. Like a quadrillion of the world's strongest nukes going off at once.
Despite his obvious and overwhelming power, Saitama's accomplishments were never officially recognized. As if no one in their right minds could believe a psych ward Charlie Brown could save the world.
Psych ward Charlie Brown? That's a little bit on the harsh end.
He doesn't seem to mind. Almost as if being removed from anything resembling conflict gave him a perspective on how tropey and contrived his world is. Only Saitama's the only one in on the joke, because who cares about how far up their own ass a supervillain is when you can just chill at home with your buds and play video games?
Maybe that was the real lesson all along. Not to value our lives based on our accomplishments, but on the time we spend living and enjoying life's simple pleasures.
I'll leave that to Saitama, and I can't think of anything more pleasurable than punching so hard my name becomes a byword for literally unbeatable. The dude is the undisputed king of broken anime characters.
That part was really unnecessary. Why did the animators even make that? Ugh.
Because until Saitama finds his equal, he's gonna end all his fights in one punch!
Hang on. One punch! I think that's how it went in the opening.
Guess that takes care of that.
Okay, now we're down to Popeye. Honestly, I rarely ever thought of Popeye anymore, but it's good to see that a classic character coming back for something this wacky. I think the last wacky death battle, I think was with Deadpool versus the Mask. Yeah. So, let's do this.
Popeye the Sailor Man, hero, adventurer, sailor, man.
Oh, two against one, huh?
There gets right on.
How do you like that?
And he sounds like he smokes a pack of Marlboro factories every day. And if you ever wanted to know what angry cat sex sounds like, he can sing.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
How exactly do you know? Never mind. Popeye's origins are humble. Born to the cruelly named Poop Deck Pappy, Popeye was, immediately upon birth, horrifically ugly. So ugly, his father fled in embarrassment of his spawn and never returned.
I never knew about I just never know about that backstory of Popeye, or I just don't remember seeing that one episode. I remember watching the black and white episode of Popeye. I mean, it used to be in Cartoon Network a lot. But yeah, Jesus, like Poop Deck Pappy? Jesus. That's such a harsh beginnings.
So Popeye grew up with a chip on his shoulder and a pop in his eye.
He's actually 40? I never knew that. Let me see. Really? Santa Monica, California? Unless that means he was created in Popeye's creator as well, not just him. Santa Monica, California. Okay, hero of the U.S. Navy, heavyweight champion boxer, likes spinach, olive oil, and more spinach. But I never knew he was 40. But then, looking back as a kid, we don't really care about characters' ages and all that. We just like to see him do funny stuff like bend reality and all that.
Especially after discovering his higher calling, beating the snot out of people.
Don't worry, Popeye's fists are righteous, only spilling the snot of those who deserve it. Inspired by his adopted father, Whaler Joe, Popeye set out to put his combat prowess to the test and join the Navy, becoming a true sailor man.
It was there he learned the sweet science of boxing and to battle against World War II era racial stereotypes. I'm being non-specific, not just for sensitivity, but because there are so many examples.
Originating in the era of rubber hose animation, Popeye's body is essentially made of, rubber, able to stretch.
Basically, he's like Luffy or Reed Richards or Mrs. Incredible. Basically, anyone has the ability to stretch.
stretch, twist, squish, and squash any way he likes.
Yep.
Or rev up his arm for a punch that'll knock you around the
Woo!
planet.
Popeye's punches are fascinating since they can disincorporate their targets into composite elements, like turning anchors into fishhooks, an alligator into handbags,
But I guess
and
why not?
several Native Americans. I don't even want to know.
I think the reason's pretty simple, Wiz. He's a cartoon. He can basically do whatever he wants. He can shoot fire from his corncob pipe, pull a canyon closed, punch bolts of lightning out of the air, and even give the sun a black eye.
Judging by the distance the sun is from the Earth, as well as the time it took for the high striker puck to reach it, the puck must have been moving at 500 times the speed of light. In order to generate
Calculating
that force,
toon
Popeye
physics!
must have swung his fist just as fast. Hell, he's even shadowboxed so fast, he's somehow occupied 2 places at once and hit himself.
So, was he just born this way? Is being ugly the secret to pulling insane bullshit superpowers out of your ass? Because if so,
Yes.
you might want to get on that, buddy.
No. The secret to Popeye's immense physical strength
Spinach.
is simply the virtue of nutrition.
I knew you'd find a way to make it lame.
Specifically, Popeye has spent his life consuming a miracle.
You know, as a kid, I know it says spinach, but as a kid, I never really saw this as spinach. Because when we see spinach in real life, it's more leafy looking, not like this all bushy look, like a pile of green, like mush. I know, and yes, I know it's a cartoon, and cartoon creators don't really care about realism, but still, as a kid, I always pictured that's what spinach looked like. But then when you look at it, I think I was kind of picturing. I was thinking of like the mushy kind of spinach. What's it called? Cream spinach? Something like that? I think that's what I was interpreting, not like the spinach by itself. Because spinach is leafy. I don't know, but it's just so weird.
Herb that has turned him from a mere sailor into a veritable god. Spinach.
Because why not?
Propaganda straight from the bean counters at Big Vegetable. You'll never get me to eat my grains, damn you! It's only animal flesh and grain alcohol for me!
Originating in Persia, Spinacia oleracea is a leafy
like
green
that.
nutrient and antioxidant-rich vegetable that can help prevent cancer and reduce blood pressure.
Maybe I should start eating spinach now. I mean, if this kind of vegetable can help reduce cancer and such, I might as well get into spinach. Yes, I'm in my late 20s. I still have to eat spinach. but I need to grow up, have some of this shit.
And apparently imbue your biceps with the power of God and anime.
While a normal can of spinach contains about 44 calories, when used in Popeye's world, its effects are multiplied. Not only does it immediately increase Popeye's already impressive strength and speed even further, it makes him virtually impervious to harm.
It lets him fly, turn invisible, shapeshift his body into literally anything, and even survive the universe getting turned off.
Yep, there's toon physics right there. If you can survive the end of reality, then you're pretty much a badass and pretty much an all-time winner.
That's right. This big whatever the hell that thing is apparently God, and he turned off reality in order to kill Popeye and his friends. 'Cause why not? Except guess what? Popeye was fine. Why? Because he eats his spinach.
I
wonder what its nutritional content is like. Let's find out with math.
Math!
A single can of spinach in Popeye's world was once able to grow a beanstalk so tall it reached into outer space,
Because why
all
not?
the way to a nearby solar system, and shattered this stylized yellow star. By measuring the volume of this spinach stalk and including the caloric density of regular spinach, we can calculate one single can of Popeye's spinach contains over 46 undecillion calories. That's over 700 octillion times greater than the total calories the average person will consume over their entire life.
Ew.
That's over 46 million
talking about the
Yoda
image,
tons
but-
of TNT.
Here we are with that word again, because the last time that word was Yodaton, because the last time that word was used was in the Madara versus Eyes in Death battle, and I freaking lost that one because I was debated because I didn't get Yodaton into consideration, but with that in there, I mean Yodaton. I think we all know who won that one. Obviously the size of the star, as seen could imply, it is not an actual star. However, the star that star itself is not being applied when calculating the caloric energy of spinach.
Enough to destroy, well, a star. Or enough to punch your annoying neighbor so hard that when they land, they tilt the Earth.
By measuring the angle of the planet after tilting, we can determine its axis was adjusted by about 13 degrees in less than a second. That's a speed of about 1.8 million meters per second.
I wonder, is that enough to power a rocket ship
Instant
so
spinach?
fast it travels backwards in time? Yeah, 'cause that happened. I only know of one type of herb that'll take you through time. Whatever kind of spinach it is, it sure ain't normal.
Not true. Popeye doesn't consume some special magical spinach. Any kind will do, even if it's handed to him by the audience in the real world watching his cartoon.
Oh
He
my
can summon
God.
fans to his side by whistling for them, praying to gods, painting them into reality, or just waving his hands. The dude has literally been disintegrated into nothingness. Then his nothingness grabbed a spinach can out of nowhere and ate it. Nothing ate it. His nothing. And then he came back with his I don't know.
Wait,
Push so hard he tears the film strip he's being animated on, or exit his cartoon to beat the shit out of his own animator.
So Popeye's basically fought two different versions of God and whooped their asses. You know, he's a pretty
Yeah,
chill
that shit.
broski considering he's
So that live action Popeye was real? I always thought it was like some weird fever dream. But that looks so weird, especially when live action Popeye actually has those bulbous arms of his. Oh my god.
basically a spinach-eating Lovecraftian nightmare.
But he's always down for a scrap, so if you decide to antagonize him, be aware you're messing with one of cartoon's all-time heavyweight champions. And, for your own sake, eat your fucking vegetables.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Okay, I don't think there's much up for debate on this one. It's Popeye, especially if that Yoda time right there is consideration, and the fact that I got spoiled on who won this one. Yeah, it's Popeye. And remember I said earlier that one character has the one thing that the other character doesn't have? Toon physics. Because toons do not give a shit if they get hit. You can drop an anvil on them. The worst they can do is have that, that cartoon bump on their head. That But yeah, so it's Popeye. We're gonna go with Popeye. So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! Yeah, see, I think there was a CG animated Popeye. Oh, this is so cool.
Oh, man, the scrap's always so expensive. No thanks.
Guys can't stand no one bad-mouthing me. Put him up, yes, big palooka.
Wait.
Whatever.
Oh, wait. Put it in the comments on who voiced, well, not only Saitama, but who voiced Popeye in this one. Because I thought I saw on Twitter that the voice actors for this put there, but I can't remember. So, but yeah. Woo! I'm liking this animation. They even did the cartoon sound.
Oh, yes, okay. Gonna get this thing here. That would be a pulley.
Well, blow me down. You ain't got a scratch on yas.
I know, right? Overwhelming strength is so boring.
I can't read that.
I can't read that.
Huh?
Here we are. Here we go. Bum, ba-da-da-bum, ba-da-bum. That's the meme. That's the meme.
A little bit more interesting now.
It's getting hot in my room. What is this? Oh, now we got to a different reality. The pixelated. Oh, like the 8-bit. Oh, Popeye's 8-bit Popeye's music, but 8-bit. What is this?
You sure is one crazy gazookas.
I'm just a guy who's a hero for fun. Who the hell are you?
Yep, I am what I am, and that's all what I am.
Did he just copy Luffy's attack?
What do you know? How am I gonna get back home?
We're back to this, huh? Sure. Sure. Why not? Oh, CG! Oh God, what is this? What is Popeye now? Oh God, that looks so weird. What the hell? Oh, no, no, go back, please, go back. Death. Bitch!
Amazing! This is amazing! How did you get so strong?
It's me spinach.
Oh, that looks so weird. Go back. I eat me spinach. Where are we now? Okay, we're back to this animation. I guess
Can this be?
Saitama's found a worthy opponent.
Heart's beating so fast.
Yep.
My muscles ache. I can feel them again.
Yep. Sure, jump up.
That's all I can stand, 'cause I can't stand no more.
These shanties of
I
his.
never thought it would happen. A serious fight.
I found it!
Thank you, weird spinach mascot.
Weird spinach mascot. Raiden eggs. Ah!
He took a big gamble, but now he is scrambled. Popeye the
Sailor Man. Doot doot. I had to. Why not?
Yo! Well, I guess you could say that fight was over easy. Wait, except isn't Saitama's whole gag that he can't lose?
It is, but
Yeah.
it's more nuanced than that. Despite breaking his limiter, Saitama's strength isn't limitless. He's said so himself.
Breaking his limiter meant his potential strength was likely infinite, but there's nothing left in his world powerful enough to push him to get stronger, like a bodybuilder stuck with 5-pound dumbbells.
He also doesn't possess some magical ability to kill someone in one punch regardless
Oh,
of
there's
effort.
the 8-bit Popeye
Powerful
theme.
adversaries like Boros and Garo have survived his blows repeatedly, albeit briefly. And he's never met anyone quite like Popeye the Sailor Man.
That's
According
true.
to the mangaka, One Punch Man's gag is that Saitama is an anime protagonist at the end of his series, slapped in at the beginning of his series, where he's too strong to have a challenge.
So, if we know Saitama's strength does have a limit, what is it?
We know he can deflect Boros' planet-destroying blast, but he was clearly super casual about it. He may have called it his serious punch, but that's the joke. He's only now getting kind of serious.
In order to get as generous a number as possible, let's assume Saitama was exerting the least amount of effort he could to throw that punch. Since he's still
Okay.
technically a human, we can assume the ratio between the least amount of effort possible and the most is relatively consistent with other humans. Let's just say he burned the equivalent of only 1 calorie relative to the strongest punch ever recorded,
That's all?
which was over 1,000 joules. For reference,
Not bad.
the average person burns about 1 calorie a minute doing absolutely nothing. So this is assuming Saitama is literally as casual as physically possible.
That'd make his strongest punch about 200 times greater than his weakest. Using Boros' energy blast as a base, Saitama's theoretical strongest punch would be over 11 Yoda tons of TNT. That's absolutely insane. Enough to annihilate Uranus 4 times over.
Well, that's impressive, but that's
11
still far
Yoda
less
tons.
than Popeye's star-busting power, which was millions of times greater.
Yep.
Sure, this is only an estimate. We don't know Saitama's full strength exactly. But the point is, whatever it may be, it can be measured.
That's right, but trying to compare them with just numbers isn't the whole story.
While Saitama can break his world fairly easily, it's still a semi-realistic world that generally obeys the laws of physics.
Popeye in his world, on the other hand, can't really be measured at all.
Nope.
The dude's occupied 2 places at the same time, ripped the film strip he's animated on, and knocked out the guy drawing him. Can't do math to figure that out. Popeye's just on a whole other level of bullshit.
Even if
Yep.
Saitama was strong enough to kill Popeye in one punch, Popeye has survived being fully disintegrated, only to recover good as new.
Yep.
Hell, God turned off all of reality and Popeye just ignored it.
Yep.
And on the
Like,
flip side, there was nothing stopping Popeye from just turning Saitama into a bunch of eggs, which he can do without spinach. So
Yeah.
even if Popeye was weaker, he'd still have a way to finish the job in one punch.
that's true.
Saitama was easily one of the strongest combatants we've ever seen, but pure strength was no match for Popeye's insane power, survivability, and plain old cartoon shenanigans.
Yep.
If you thought nothing could match the One Punch Man, now you know Popeye's spinach can.
The winner is Popeye. And that's a wrap for our anniversary season. Thank you so much
Yep.
for watching and supporting us for over a decade. Here's to another as Death Battle will return in 2022.
Here's to 10 years. Okay. Oh, that was Tanjiro. March 2022. Okay, so another 3 months. Oh my god, that was so crazy. That was so crazy. I love it. I love how they ended off the season with the probably one of those wacky death battles there is. So yeah. So we're back. So I got a win for this one. Though the Aizen versus Madara death battle broke my streak, but the Popeye versus Saitama kind of brought it back. So we got Tanjiro the next one. Well, not next one, but in the next season of death battle. But let's just see who will go on next. So with that being said, we're pretty much done with season 8 of Death Battle. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go react to Jane Animation's newest video of her Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver Nuzlocke. So until the next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts of this Death Battle in the comment section down below. If you liked the video and enjoyed it, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell button to be notified of my latest reactions. And follow me on Twitter at FreelancerAmber for pretty much the same thing, or just random shit in general. Remember, stay awesome, be nice to animals, don't be dicks, keep moving forward, eat your spinach, and I will see you all in the next video!